Hey guys, so this is my first video. I'm drinking my coffee. I do my makeup in the morning, so that's usually what I'm doing. I have already prepped my face, washed it, cleaned it. Everything is set to go. I've primed. I'm going in here with my Age Rewind by Maybeliene concealer. Just really cleans up my lines a little bit. I have really bad veins that pop through. After that, I'm going to go in with an e.l.f. setting powder. You'll see me do that in a few minutes. I do that before I prime just to kind of create that even skin tone so that I don't have any discoloration. So now I'm going to go in with that setting powder. It just helps to blend everything, and once I start everything, I get a much smoother, cleaner look, and it stays on a lot better. And it's what works for me. Not everything that works for me will work for everyone else. Okay. So now I'm going in with a primer. It's a really cheap hard candy or LA color. I use a lot of really cheap makeup. But I go in and I dab it in with my finger just because it does give me the opportunity to smooth it just a little bit better than a brush would. So that's what you see me doing. Now I'm going to go in. I'm using this Reloaded Makeup Revolution palette. I have several of their products and I'm a huge fan. It's a really pigmented palette and it creates nice colors. So I'm going in here with a white on the bottom of my eyelid, where I'm going to put my lighter color where my cut crease will go. And then I'm going to go in right below my brow line just to create that highlight with a lighter color before I actually highlight it. Now I'm going in with a wide brush and I'm cleaning my brush. I'm going to go in with a slightly darker color for that crease just to create that nice deep illusion. Just as a nice base, it creates a nice solid color to go all the way across. Alright, I'm going in, I'm doing it on both sides, and then I'm going to just do one eye after this. I am blind, I wear glasses, so sorry about the mirror. I will get better about that in the future, but that is what I'm doing, is using it for a mirror so I can see better. I do listen to music and I dance and I've got a lot going on while I'm doing my makeup. I'm using a W7 palette, which I will supplement some of that pink red to come in because it has a nice color pigment and I like to layer my colors. I tap off the excess while I'm just creating that nice shape that I'm going for before I really start my color. I use a nice wide brush that's flat because it creates a nicer solid line, and then I'll go in and blend with a fluffier brush later. That's my fluffy brush, one of them, or my thin brush. The thin brush just really helps me create that cat eye that I'm going to use later when I get that shape going. This is still just the beginning. I'm setting everything up for how it's going to turn out in the final look. I'm going in and really filling in that deep color before I blend it out. I want to give it as much pigment as possible prior to blending it. Once again, I am going to go in and blend again with my setting powder. This is me going in with my setting powder and really blending it out. This is the e.l.f. basic setting powder for your face. I use it for my entire face. So I'm going in and I'm really blending, really blending. You want to get it completely blended so that you can't see the gradient of the color, because I do like it to go a lot lighter as it gets in closer to my eye. And there I am with that fluffy brush. This one is a little bit fluffier than the other one, so I do like to kind of top it off once again with that. Here I go with the W7 palette, really filling in that color now because this is going to be a less blended out version and I want that really nice color. This is just a little berry natural color palette. It has a lot of nice colors. Cheap, but when done right, you can really get good color from them. My cat is doing a lot of really weird things in the background of this video. Alright, so here I'm going in with a lighter pink from my Reloaded palette, just trying to give me a nice solid little light pink base where I'm going to cut my crease, just to keep it all really flowing together. Alright, so I paused, I came back. I did not show you guys how I cut my crease on that eye because I forgot to unpause my video, but don't worry, it is gonna be seen a little bit later when I do the other eye, because I have a really specific way that I like to cut my crease. But here you can see the cut crease before as I'm putting on my winged liner. This is just another little Wet n Wild cheap product. I like it because it doesn't stay on so bad that I can't get it off with a gentle makeup remover. That's a really big thing for me. I don't like makeup that I can't get off. I am not sure what I was talking about. Trying to just let my eyeliner dry. I want to go in and I want to clean it up before I go in to put my cat eye. Once I start my wing liner, that's kind of the last bit of progress I can do with powder, because it's really going to mess up the cleanness of the black wing if I do too much outside of that. So I try to do any final touches prior to putting that wing on. There I go. I'm really not that great with eyeliner, but it's really fun. Now, this might look really weird. I have really small eyes, and if I close my eye too much with liner that's wet, it will make shapes. So I'm letting it dry, just really watching it to make sure I don't get any eyeliner anywhere it doesn't belong. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the other eye, add that color. You're going to see me look directly ahead a lot because I'm trying to make sure that my smoky eyes match, just to make sure that I'm getting a similar shape. You have to look yourself dead on to make sure that you're getting that specific shape that you want and that it matches both sides. There I go with the mirror again, putting it right where you can't see what I'm doing. Now I am just repeating the same process. I don't really feel like you want me to talk you through that again, but I'm fluffing and blending and fluffing and blending. It's the same repetitive process. I realized I was in front of the camera. So I did do a little bit of extra touch-up just because I realized that my sides weren't quite matched up and I wanted that evenness, and I'm just going in on that top so it wasn't going to affect my wing. So here I am putting that light pink on my eyelid again, where I'm going to cut that crease just so that it blends more efficiently. Instead of cutting my crease with concealer, I like to cut it when I'm going to do a shiny cut crease. I like to go ahead and just cut it with a liquid highlighter. It works best for me, and it already gives me that shiny base. I did use a little too much when I did this side, so you'll see me play with it just a little bit more than I normally would because I applied too much and I didn't want it to overextend where I didn't want my cut crease to go. So now I'm going to go in with another Makeup Revolution product. These are it's a mixture of two different highlighters that I like to set my base with. I'm tapping them on, making sure that they're smooth without over rubbing. This is a Physicians formula, just a nice white shiny glitter, and it's the perfect extra oomph for that extra sparkle and that extra brightness that I'm really looking for in that cut crease. And then I'm blending out my pink into the cut crease so that it doesn't look weird. I'm using the Tori Belle The Works Brow Kit. It is like my favorite product. I go ahead and dab it on the makeup brush that they sent with it. I have really full, thick eyebrows. They're just very blonde, so I go in and I create a nice line, and then I use the spoolie end to just bring the product up to my lashes and run it through almost like a gel product. And then now I'm going in with another bit of that highlighter palette from Makeup Revolution just on the brow line to really accentuate my brows. That brow game's on point. Okay, this is my Tori Belle Magnetic eyeliner. I go in with this. Nope, I'm just kidding, guys. That's my regular liner. I don't know my own products. So I'm just doing my eyeliner on that side, just a classic line with the wing, nothing too crazy, just trying to match it up to what I have on the other eye. I'm cleaning it off. It is a little bit chunky because sometimes I leave it open for too long. Once again, I'm using a cheap product. Looks like I just needed a little bit more product there. Clean it off and get it in there. I do remember that when I was doing that, I messed up a little bit because my eye twitched. And I did have to go in and make it just a little bit thicker. So I do remember that that was definitely part of it. I had to even it back out. And now I'm taking a little bit of pink under my eyes with the light pink, just to kind of really bring it all together with that under eye. I don't do mascara or a lot of product under my eye, just because I hate when it runs throughout the day, and these are makeup looks I wear every day. Now I'm going in with my Tori Belle magnetic eyeliner. Now I'm really particular about the way I put this on because I like it to adhere my lashes the right way, the way I like to wear them. So I start and I hold it vertical or parallel to my eye and I pull it out onto my lashes. Almost like I'm putting mascara on the under part with a liner brush. I do that because I just really like the way that my lashes adhere that way. So I'm going in on both sides with the full coat. Plus I have these one really, really curly little eyelashes on the outside of my eyes, and it helps to flatten them out so that the lashes adhere better as well. I let it dry thoroughly before I put each coat on. You put 2 coats on, let it dry thoroughly before you even attempt to put your lashes on, because it will not work otherwise, guys. And that's really important if you want to be able to love the product as much as I do. So I'm going in with that second coat, doing the same product. You can see the back and forth. I'm using it very much like a mascara. It really just helps the way they go on. As you can see, it is completely dry. I did my little dry check. I'm wiping my lashes. I just like to make sure that there's no product on them before I put them on. I do clean them every time I take them off, but it's really important to check them every time to make sure nothing is stuck to them. I'm fixing that little curly eyelash that I was telling you about on my outer eye. That's what I was trying to get there, was that eyelash to curl a little bit less. So I'm going in, and it is really this easy, guys. They go on that easy. I love them so much. I like to wear them with the liner and the anchors. I have small eyes, so I've cut two sizes off of my lashes, and I use those for the anchors, one on the outside and one on the inside, where I've cut each of the magnets off. But that's my personal thing. They come with anchors. You can throw those on. I like the extra dimension that using the cut pieces adds to the lashes. They're very small. Also, I have a lot of iron in my blood, and they stick to my fingers a lot. Okay, so I've pretty much got my eyes, or my whole eye done. I'm going back in with another primer. It's the same one. I'm just using it a second time because it has been quite a while since I put it on, and I want to make sure that I get a nice clean look on my face. I use a Physicians Formula foundation. It gets a little thick on the sides, and I really like to use that for almost like a concealer. I'm putting it on. It's a really nice foundation. It's lightweight, but it's really, really buildable. I am really pale, and I need to get a slightly darker foundation because we are going into summer, but I haven't gotten one yet. So I'm just going in with that slightly thicker version of the foundation that I got off the sides. But Now I'm using the regular thinned out foundation, and I'm going in and I'm just spreading it out with my beauty blender. You will see me in my videos use a million different types of products to put the same foundation on my face. Really, it's because it just depends on the day. So I'm go ahead and I'm blending it out. This is the second coat I've put under my under eyes. I do that because it just gives it that really nice buildable coverage that I'm looking for there specifically, where I do get a little bit of that bags under my eyes, just like everyone else. So it seems like it's a really light foundation color for me until I really start to build the rest of my products around it. I do like that it's a lightweight foundation. It's very thin. It's easy to apply. It goes on really smoothly. And that buildability is great because, as you guys could see earlier in the video, I do have a little bit of stress acne right now with everything that's going on in the world. Doing a little dance. I don't know why I'm so freaking weird, but it's okay. I'm still just blending it out, making sure that it's completely even, which is one of the things that really holding that mirror for me helps with. Now I'm going in with my setting powder and I'm getting it all set down so I can continue to build my face around it. So I've got that set, and now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my bronzer that I use from my Makeup Revolution highlight palette. They have a beautiful bronzer that I love. It's one of my favorite contour bronzers. I do not tap it off in the beginning when I'm first putting it on because it's going to blend out really nicely. I'm using a MAC brush that I love for blending out my contour. It is such an amazing, thick, full brush. It's like the nicest brush I own. I love it so much. It's really great for blending out my contour. So I really try to blend it as much as possible where I'm still rocking some of that bronzed color as well. This is me putting on my highlighter with my... Oh, I guess I missed the whole part where I put concealer on, guys. I was a little confused. I had put concealer on and that was me setting it. Now I'm putting on my my very, 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 very pink blush. I like to do this with a pink look. It just really adds a lot of color to my cheeks. I kind of switch between this and a slightly oranger version of this. That is my very, very old and dirty palette. It's just really beat up. I lost the top and my makeup gets beat up. So I'm just going in with a little bit of highlighter, a nice bold shiny little look with two really nice subtle pinks that don't have a lot of pigment but offer a lot of really nice highlight, and I love that about this product. Alright guys, thanks for watching.